Guys, give you an update this morning. It's not really this morning, it's just after 12, and things are starting to ramp up down here in the Keys. The wind's going to be bad. Audio, I'm sure, is going to be a little rough, but you guys can take a look around with me. Here's the neighbor's yard. That's the canal back there. No break in the water all the way out here to the road, as you can see. Here's one of the neighbor's yards here. This water is coming up. If you look back through there, you can see there's the canal coming directly in. Guys, I'm doing the best I can out here with the audio, but as you can imagine, the wind is really blowing. This water is really coming up. So the storm right now is just coming out of Cuba. So where we are right now, we're still about 100 miles away from the storm. And they've shifted it slightly, ever so slightly to the east, which is closer to where we are, but not much. And we're still not expecting huge amounts of change here from the forecast yesterday. It looks like it's going to be roughly the same. So we'll probably have some 50 mile an hour winds or so, and probably this high water is what we're worried about. That's the main thing. So we're out here on the side of US 1, parked with all these other cars. Look at all the cars down through there, all the way down US 1. So we thought it would be better to park our car up here. Obviously all the locals are doing this. We don't have a lot of experience down here in the lower Keys with how things go with the high water. We had the car up on the ramps. Laurie wasn't liking it. She said, let's go put the car by the road. So we're kind of on an incline out here by the bridges. So maybe this will be better. So we will see.
It's a little bit different than living in North Georgia and you pulled your car down off of the hill because you didn't want to get iced and snowed in if it became a storm. Now we're trying to get up the hill so we can avoid the flood. So it depends on where you live, right?
Yep, so it's gonna get interesting tonight. We'll get some video hopefully in the morning, unless we have to take a boat out here to the car.
We have a kayak, we can paddle.
We do have a kayak. All right.
So we didn't like our spot very much, so we decided to come up a little bit closer to the bridge. And of course it says no parking on the right of way. But guess what? I don't think the DOT is going to care in this situation. So we got us a little bit closer to the bridge. So a little higher up. Hopefully that'll do the trick. So just wanted to show you where the water line is right now. You can see our boat's just sitting a little bit below the seawall.
So this is a piece I want to show you guys right here. So this is my seawall behind the house. So you see the boat sitting there. That's my seawall. Yeah, that is my extension cord running through the water. So hopefully there's no breaks in that. But this is where the boat is. The boat is actually sitting higher than my seawall is right now. This is the night before the storm. We ain't even got the storm yet. And you can look over there and see, I mean, the boat is actually higher than our seawall today, the night before the storm, and we hadn't even got our storm surge yet. And they're saying it could be 2 to 4 feet above that.
So I thought I would walk outside here and take a look at the next door neighbor's yard. You can see my avocado plant is growing very well. I planted that from an avocado pit about 3 years ago. Well, 2.5. And it's actually growing up very nicely. Probably won't produce avocados because I think you have to do some special genetic modifying with that. Oh, somebody lost their shirt. And now it's in our yard. So walking outside now, we got our kayak tied up here so it won't float away. You can see in the neighbor's yard, they've got a lot of water, which they're right beside their house is a boat ramp. So they've got a low lot there next to the canal, which the water will get up in. And there's a free boat if anybody wants it. We've been trying to help them find a new owner for that. Our camper's over here, just hanging out. It's our little emergency place. We've got our generator hooked up to it, so that'll be good. And let's go up here and see what this water looks like from the ground level. See if we can mark it with something. Oh yeah. It's getting up higher on that pinfish strap. See, the boat's about even with the seawall there. And all this is usually not covered. Today it is covered. Fish cleaning table. And we've got a little boat ramp slash pool going on here. See if I can go over here and across the fence. See if I can walk on this. Yep. It's a little bit flooded over there.
I'm gonna walk over here next door. We just sold this house here to some really nice folks up in Canada, and I'm gonna check on their place. They're gonna remodel this whole house and really fix it up, and this is gonna become their vacation home down here. Cool little place for sure. Right on the water. They're gonna put in a boat dock back here behind the house. And but right now you can see the water is coming up over the edge of their rocks back here. Their lot is elevated like ours is, so it's still got a good ways to go. But you can see right there, the water's coming up. Shot over the neighbor's yard over there. Their little dinghy over there is already sitting in the water. Anyway, guys, this is going to get interesting down here in the Keys, it looks like. That wind is whipping. There's an umbrella tree getting whipped around. Really and truly, though, the wind is not blowing harder here now than it would, you know, in a thunderstorm we'd have in the afternoon. So right now it's not a big deal down here in the Keys, but this rising water, we had a 1.5 foot king tide this morning. The king tides down here in the Keys are when the water comes up unusually high. We have it a few times a year, and unfortunately this is a really bad time to be having that, because our king tide was like an hour ago and it would have already been up to the seawall. Now we got the storm surge coming in here, so things are going to get a lot higher. I think they're talking about maybe 1 foot to 1.5 feet higher, which would put the water right at our back door for sure. It only has to come up about
probably not even another foot before it would be coming up underneath our house here. I'll show you that. So you can see the water's right there, and it's only got maybe another probably 6 or 8 inch rise here for the elevation of the lot. And then you can see here my concrete, and this would go over right inside my little storage area right there. And inside there we've got, you know, stuff stored, we've got stuff up on shelves and things, so hopefully my tools and things like that won't get ruined, but we will see. All right guys, well, there is the 12 o'clock roughly update for you from the Florida Keys. We are in Ramrod Key, which is just south of the 7 Mile Bridge a little bit. We're about 30 minutes from Key West. So if you're tracking things on the map, you can see where we are in Ramrod Key. And we'll bring you another update as things change. See you later.